All right, so next in our topside loop, shoulder choke, giant killer. The turnover, we're gonna go to the darce choke. This time, they start to turn to prevent us from locking up that darce choke, so we're gonna spin around and try to drop into an arm triangle as they start to try to turn away from us, okay? They can turn back in, and we're just still right back into our giant killer, okay? So in all this whole sequence, you can move forward or backward in the sequence based on how they react to defend your move, okay? So right now we're just gonna go over going forward in the sequence and not going backward in the sequence. This is why we're kind of only focusing on like, well, what happens if they turn this way? We've gone over that in another video. What happens if they go this way? We just go back to the move that we just did, okay? So instead of just going back to the giant killer again, we're just gonna focus on what happens if they turn the other way, okay? So again, shoulder choke, boom, looking to set it up. I'm not getting it. My giant killer, he turns over. I'm looking to transition, and for whatever reason, I'm not able to control very well, whatever it is. So I'm gonna spin around the top, and I'm looking to stay behind that elbow as I shoot through. Boom. So I'm just letting him turn into my arm triangle. From there, I'm gonna lift up high to chalk it, chalk the shoulder, drop my forehead down, and then sprawl out. I really like to try to finish this one with one hand, especially during training, because then I know I have the position correctly, as opposed to trying to grip with both hands and squeeze really hard. It means I probably didn't really have it very well. So I really like to try to finish this with one hand in my training, and then that way if I need to use that second hand in a competition or in a match or something like that, it's always there. Okay, again, shoulder choke. New transition to my giant killer. Catch it going for my darce. He's turning, I keep my chest behind his shoulder as I turn. Boom. My knee is chalking up underneath his ribs, under his shoulder blade, and I'm gonna lift his head and then post his shoulder up, then drop my forehead down. So I lift, chalk, drop the head. Okay, just trying to, again, keep them under constant threat of attack, okay? And then on this one, we really just need to make sure my chest stays behind. You'll see, I'll go on this next one. You'll see what happens if I don't get my chest behind. It's not the end of the world. We don't lose position. We just don't get in that, we don't stay in that submission loop like we want to, okay? So I didn't get my chest behind. Not a big deal. I'm still on top. Still maintaining control. I'm just not in my submission threat, okay? This time I'll get behind the elbow, so we'll stay in our submission threat. Okay. Here, boom, looking for it. That's it. My chest is behind. Now I can punch through, chalk with my knee, lift, lift, and then drop. Again here, boom, looking to slide. Just gotta get Okay, again, I'm blocking that arm as I come around, so even if I don't catch it or keep, so my chest is still behind, I can just post and bring it back in front of my face if I need to. Okay, and again here, lifting the head, dropping my head, chalking that shoulder, and then dropping my weight down. Okay? So constantly keeping them under threaded choke.